This is kind of becoming a recurring feature on this channel where I literally just sit in front of a camera and talk about my mental health while suffering with my mental health. We're going to call this series Depression Talk. I don't know. You know what? I can take my mind off it for a few minutes while talking to you because this is the only time that I feel happy. That's really, really sad. Anyway, so Will asked the question, what is social anxiety to you and what triggers it? And this is a topic that is really interesting, and it's something that I think everyone is affected by differently. Social anxiety for me is scary. To anyone on the outside who's not dealing with mental health, anyone who is dealing with it looks either lazy, silly, or just doesn't give a damn. Most of my issues in my life with friendships and stuff has been that I haven't been able to do anything because of my mental health, and I've lost friends because of it, because they've been like, we're going to go out and I'm going to see you for the first time in ages, and I've been like, yeah, let's go, and then it just never happens. So let's give an example, okay? So let's say my best friend Maddie, she rings me up, she goes, Roxy, we're going to go out to this amazing pub, and I'd be like, yeah! And then the day slowly grows closer, okay? The first sign of a struggle is that my stomach starts to get butterflies. And if you've never had butterflies in your stomach, it's not a lovely thing like you're imagining. It's not a lovely butterfly comes out of your mouth and floats away. No, it's basically you poo all day. And have a really bad stomach, okay? Butterflies in your stomach is the worst. And it affects everyone who is dealing with some form of anxiety or stress, okay? Now, that's the first thing. The second thing, you then start thinking, how many people are going to be there? How many people are going to be at the bar? It's a Saturday night, so there's probably going to be a lot of people, and some of them are going to mock me. Some of them are going to laugh at me. They're probably going to be looking at me. Let's be honest, they're probably going to be looking at me, laughing and making fun of me and judging me, and I can't deal with that. That's the thought process. Right there. That is the thought process. And that is not something that I can turn off. It's something that is built in and it just happens. To people on the outside, if I rang up and said to Maddie or anyone else, not particularly Maddie, but if I rang up anyone else and said, hey, look, I can't go. They'd be like, what are you talking about? Of course you can go. If you don't go, you're betraying me. You're not going with me. And I've lost out on an opportunity to hang out with my friend. It's not a good thing. Right, so let's take it in a different direction. So when I get there, if I do go, now the best thing to do, obviously, is go. And that sounds stupid and it sounds counterintuitive, but if you don't go, your brain has won. The negative energy, the negative thing that's in your brain telling you not to go has won. And then you're going to do it for the rest of your life. The only cure is to go against it. In my experience, anyway. So you go, okay? Now, I can't deal with too many people generally talking. If there's too many voices, if I'm enclosed by people, I shut down. My body shuts down. I can't do anything, and I just start hyperventilating. I can't deal with it. I'm being bombarded with voices in my head, and I can't deal with it. And I need an escape. The biggest thing you need to know when dealing with social anxiety is you need an escape route. Where's the nearest door? How do I get out of this place? How do I get away from this guy who's like 6 inches away from me? How do I get out of this situation where a ton of people have surrounded me and are talking to each other through me or past me? How do I get out of this situation? You need an exit. You need a door. You need something to escape. You need that release. And it's not that easy at times. When dealing with that kind of thing, you're disorientated. An exit is hard to find. My biggest solution to this problem is either going with someone, like Monday Madness, I go with my dad. I go to town with my dad. I don't think I could go on the bus or on public transport on my own. I honestly don't think that. With him there, at least I have someone to talk to and joke around with and take my mind off my stress. When it comes to other solutions, earphones can definitely help. Having some form of headphone or noise-cancelling headphones is great because that blocks out that noise. You can kind of close your eyes, take a breath for a minute, and it's like that release of going outside into the open air where no one else is. That's the only solution I have, but that's not a solution. That shouldn't be the only solution you have. And mental health is so horrible and depressing and horrible. And to anyone on the outside, they don't see that. They only see you being lazy, not wanting to go out, or you being silly. Oh, stop being so silly. They don't think anything about you. They're not talking about you. But in your head, it's constant. That's what triggers me. That's what social anxiety is. That's what anxiety in general is for me. And that's why I can't work. Because that is on my mind all the time. I hope this gives you some kind of clarity and some kind of meaning to what I'm trying to get over to you guys. Because this is important and it needs to be talked about. And unfortunately, we don't really have much of a talking point. And now, the only problem with YouTube is they're blocking stuff with mental health. Mental health is seen as a taboo. You don't talk about it. It's immediately demonetized, which, by the way, demonetization now on YouTube practically means that the video won't even be shared properly. That is been proven now. So this video probably won't even go out to anyone. But that needs to change, because the topic of mental health is so important. So share this video. If you're suffering from mental health and you need some way of explaining it to someone and this in some way gives you a voice, then share it. Anyway, I'm gonna go. But yeah, depression talk. Talking depressed. I don't know what to call this series. Comment down below, tell me, because I get like this every other night now and I need some kind of release. So I love you guys. Thanks for watching, but until next time, that's me out. Bye, guys.